Hi, I'm Hilda, and I'm the Women's Ministries Coordinator here at Orangewood. I just wanted to share a little bit with you today. Are you struggling with being apart, not seeing each other, not worshiping together? It is so easy to become complacent or discouraged, and we start to even think, why bother? So several years ago, I made a decision to homeschool my children. And I remember after some time feeling very lonely. Why was I being called to this? To spending so much time at home with only my children to talk to? At least that's how it felt at first. I asked, why me, Lord? I'm an extrovert. I need to be out there. I need to be with people. After a while, I embraced it, and I learned to love my time at home, the intentional time with my kids, and even the great quiet time that I was having. I actually began looking forward to being at home. So much so that it became hard to start planning things outside of my home and with other people. It kind of became a chore. Fast forward, COVID enters our lives, and we're getting stay home, shelter in place, practice social distancing. And I started thinking, Lord, this must be what you were preparing me for, right? I got this. I can do this. I've done this before. In our women's Bible study this last spring, we were studying the book of Hebrews. And we were very fortunate to be able to finish our time virtually and via Zoom meetings. And one week, this verse in Hebrews stood out to me, Hebrews chapter 10, verse 24 through 25. And let us consider how we may spur one another on toward love and good deeds, not giving up meeting together, as some are in the habit of doing, but encouraging one another, and all the more as you see the day approaching. Lord, I'm a little confused. So let's give this some context. The original audience were suffering persecution because they were believers, because they were followers of Christ. And gathering was dangerous. But here, the author, under the inspiration of the Holy Spirit, is encouraging them to continue to do so. Why? One commentary I read explained it this way. Union is strength. Continue assembling together beget and foster love, and gives good opportunities for provoking to good works by exhorting one another. Our brothers and sisters in Hebrews needed to be reminded that gathering together, although dangerous, would strengthen them. Being with other believers encourages and reminds us of what the gospel is all about. How much more should we, who have the freedom to gather without persecution, continue to do so? It's so easy for us, even us, the extroverts, to stay in our own little quarantine circles. I can watch church later. They won't miss me if I don't show up to this small group Zoom meeting. Even in this stay-at-home situation, we can get caught up with things that distract us from what's really important, especially now that we can't be together physically. When family comes together and you know that they are coming to be together, then the energy comes back. The desire to love and to do good works is renewed. This quote by D. Marion Clark resonated with me because I can't wait to come back and be together physically. But till then, we need to continue to worship together, even if it is virtually. We need our small groups. We need our women's groups, our men's groups. We need our youth groups. We need a place where we hear and read the word, a place where we are taught and encouraged. These are opportunities to hear how others are doing, to share our needs, and to pray with one another. The Lord meets us where we are and moves us to do his work in any and all circumstances. So if you find yourself isolating, you're coming up with excuses for not meeting with others, it feels like so much work to engage, just ask the Lord to help you move toward him and towards others. Or if you're feeling restless, you find yourself ready to re-enter and just don't know how to, Ask the Lord how you can serve someone, how you can encourage them to meet with others, and invite them to engage. Acts 2:42 says, "They devoted themselves to the apostles' teachings and to the fellowship of breaking bread and to prayer." Let us not become complacent or discouraged, but let's get creative in the ways that we can gather with one another. May the Lord open our hearts and our eyes to see that we need Him and that we need each other. Thank you. Hey.